Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our class 2, right? Day 2 of our journey in software development. Okay, and just like you already know, my name is Juan Haposin. I'm a developer, and I've been in this game for the past 7 years. So now, last time we actually did some stuff in the class 1, and I believe that you were able to install that. You were able to install Visual Studio Code. You were able to install Git. You were able to install Flutter too. You know, I actually didn't want to. I gave that as an exercise. Now the reason is this: you need to actually learn to be independent, because there are a lot of things that there are a lot of situations that you might run into, and there is nobody around you to actually help you. So you need to actually start exercising your mental strength and bringing your ingenuity in things. So that is why. But in case you do not succeed, just let me know. My WhatsApp number is available in every video I'm doing, all the descriptions. Okay, you will see my WhatsApp number there. Just chat me up if you have any issues. Okay. But I want you to try that. Okay. Now, if you have successfully done that, congratulations. If you have not, just chat me. Don't continue with this video. All right. Don't continue with this video. You will have to complete that. So if you have not done that, go back to it and complete it. If you have any issues, please reach out to me. Okay. All right. So now, if you have successfully done that, okay, today we will be talking on that on the command line. Okay, now this might not be necessary per se, because you will not be developing on your command line, but it is also necessary. So I just want to give you 1 or 2 things about running that on your command line, because as a developer, sometimes you have to run things on the command line. I'm not going to be giving tutorial on command line here. I'm not going to be doing that, but I'm just going to give you I'm just going to give you a glimpse of it so that you can just see it in case. All right. So now there are a few things we'll be running on the command line, but basically we'll be using Visual Studio Code. It makes things easier. All right. So first of all, I want you to first of all, if you have installed Git, all right, if you right click on your desktop, you will see this option, Git bash here. If you click on it, all right, it will open. So, but if you didn't see this thing in your own, know that you have not installed Git. So go and install Git, all right? So, or in case you didn't say it there, another thing you can also try is that come here, all right? For Windows, if you're using Windows, click on your window button, and then this will pop up. Search for Git, Git. All right, you can see now as I'm seeing Git bash as an app. I'll just click and open it. It will open. So either ways, either you right click or you do this. So now, for you to know if you have successfully, if you have that, you can type DALT -- version. And you can see I have that SDK version 3.31. Your own might be newer than my own, okay? And this shows that I have that. All right, so that means I am good to go. That means I have all the tools that I need to start developing applications in that. So congratulations if you have gotten to this step. All right, so now I want you to close this. I want you to open a folder, all right? Call it that. You can see my folder here. I called it that. And if I open this folder, you can see a lot of that. You can see a lot of projects here, okay? So I want you to create a folder, okay? For me, let me create a new folder. I will call it, I'm creating a new folder, and I will call it that tutorial. So you can name it anything, but give it a name that will be easy for you to remember. So every of my that tutorial exercises will be going here, that tutorial, okay? So now, open this folder, all right? Open this folder, all right? So now, another thing you can do now, we want to run this thing on the command line. you can right click, just like you did before, right click, you will see git bash again, okay? Right click, you will see git bash, or you can Control Shift P, Control Shift P, okay? Yeah, that's the, okay, sorry, not Control Shift P, I'm sorry about that. It is Control Shift, then you right click. Sorry about that, okay? You see, sometimes you forget some of these things, you just have to make reference, okay? So now, I also want to open another command line too, okay? Control Shift right click. All right, I'm having open PowerShell window here. Your own, you can see open command CMD. You can see open CMD. All right, so if you still open it, it will give you this command line interface. So I can see say that dash version, and here it is, okay? So, but for me, I like the git bash. So I'm showing you options that you can use to start running things on the command line. So I'll right click, I'll open git bash here. Okay, so but if you want to open the command line, you Control Shift right click. It will, this is what I'm saying. Your own, you might see open PowerShell window here, or you might see open command CMD here. All right. So either will open it. Okay. So now I have that here. Okay, another thing you can also do is that you can look at this folder here, that tutorial. Just click on it. All right. Once you click on it, or the whole thing would highlight. You can copy it. Okay. Once you copy it, you can go back and press your window button. If you press your window button, okay, and then you type CMD. It will bring out the command prompt for you. Click on it, it will open command prompt for you. So you can now do CD. CD means change directory, all right? Then you paste, Control V, you paste. So if you do this, it will take you to this, your folder. All right, so anything you now want to do here, you can do. So, but the other approaches will just take you to that folder directly. But if you're doing CMD, you will need to change directly to the folder you're currently working on. All right, so I have given you 3 options now. So choose the one that is best for you, but make sure you have Git, please. Without Git, you can't run that. Okay, make sure you have Git. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the first thing we are going to do is this. We are going to create a single file, all right? You know, sometimes why you need this thing is this. Sometimes you might just want to experiment something. Sometimes, okay, sometimes something might just keep your memory and you just want to experiment. Okay, if it was Python, all right, you can just use the script. If it was JavaScript, you can just use the node command line and you can just run your thing. But because of that is different, that is a compiled language and you need to compile before you run. Okay, so you will need to create a file, all right? So for us to create a single file, I don't want us to go to Visual Studio Code yet. I want us to just do this one. I want us to create a file, okay, create a file, and it's not a test document because we are going to, we're not going to create a test document, but I can create a test document and I can change, let me call it hello world. I can change the hello world, but I can just change the, okay, this won't work. This won't work because it would, I'm supposed to create, okay, this won't work. I don't not use this often, so I use Visual Studio Code. So, but I just want to show you something, but it seems like it's not working out here for me. Let me see, just let me, okay, let me rename, sorry. Let me rename this. It has to be a dat file, and the dat file must end with dat. Okay, so I need to hello dot. No, it's not working, so we'll have to leave it. Okay, so but look at what will happen. Okay, I right click. Okay, let's go to Visual Studio Code. I right click, or yeah, I think sorry, there's a command I'm trying to remember. I don't do this thing often. I'm just trying to remember the command. I just want to remember the command. Okay, now look at it. This is real software development. Okay, you don't remember everything, most especially when you need them. But there is a command that I need to use to create a new file from the command. I'm trying to remember. It's not loud. It is oh my goodness. What's this command again? Okay, I will just have to pause. Let me pause and I will come back. All right. Let me pause. Let me pause and I will come back. Okay, guys. Okay, so I actually like I said, okay, this is real software development. Sometimes because you have a lot of things in your head, you just forget something you've been using before, you just forget the simple command. So basically, I just want to show you how you can, we could have skipped this, but I don't want us to do that. I just want to show you how you can run these things from command line. We would have done it in Visual Studio, but I really want to show you how to do it from the command line. So now we want to create a dat file. I don't want to use Visual Studio to create it. I want to create it here for you. So what do we do? Like I said, open your whether Git bash, your command prompt, or your PowerShell. All right. So I'm opening my Git bash. I open my Git bash. So I want to create a dat file, and in this file, I want to greet the world, and I want to say hello world. All right. So, but that means I'm going to give this my file a name. So the command to use to create a file is using touch, then the name of the file. I'm going to name it hello underscore world. Hello world dot dat. It must end with dat dot dat. All right. It must end with, if not, it will not be a dat file. All right. So you click enter. And if I come to my directory now, I can see this dat file. Okay. You can see this dat file. All right. So I still don't want us to use Visual Studio Code. I want us to write this code without Visual Studio Code. And you're going to see why you will need an IDE. Remember our last discussion, we mentioned IDE, Integrated Development Environment, okay? So you'll see why you will need it, okay? I just want to make things very simple. That's why I'm taking a longer route to actually show you this. So if you double click on this, I think it will open. No, it's opening in Visual Studio Code. No, that's my default. So I don't want to open it in Visual Studio Code. I want to open it with a notepad. Let me choose notepad. Okay, let me choose notepad. My default is Visual Studio. Let me choose notepad. Okay, I just want to show you this thing raw, how it is. Okay, now remember, we are writing a dat program. We are learning software development in dat. Okay, so the language that we'll be speaking to the computer is the dat language. Now, when it comes to dat, okay, all right, everything is in packages. Don't worry, we are going to discuss packages later. But before, when you tell a computer to run a program for you, a computer would want to know, where do I start from? You might have 1 million files, 1 million dat files. The computer will be confused. The computer wants to know, where will I start from? I want to know, where should I start from? So you're supposed to tell the computer where to start from. So the file that the computer is looking for, if the computer does not see it, it cannot run it. Computer is looking for a file that has the package main. Okay, this is the first thing you type on the top of your file, package main. Then you now come, maybe give some space. All right, the next thing you do is that you now write a function. Okay, you write a function. Main, the name of the function must be main. Main, just type exactly what I'm typing, this. Then you will now have to, inside these curly braces, all right, let us now write our statement. We want to say hello to the world. We say, we type print, open parentheses, close parentheses, and semicolon. We are going to discuss statements later, so you're going to understand what I need. For now, I just want you to run, greet the world, and say hello world. So inside these curly braces, open and double quotes or single quote, anyone, but you must open double quotes or a single. We can do this, all right, or you do this. It must be two, all right, either the single quote or double quote. Then inside you now say hello world, all right. Okay, so you save, Control S, you save. Now we have a Dart program. In short, you have written a computer program, you have written a software as simple as this, okay? As simple as this. So how do we run this program now? All right, go to your command line. Yeah, this is still open here. Go to your command line. All you have to do is you say that, okay, run, then the name of the file, the full name of the file, hello underscore world dot dat. Okay, so we have some errors. It's okay, it's okay. All right. Hello world dot dat first, okay. Package not found. Okay. Okay, saying it didn't see the bin is already declared in this scope. Okay. No, I have been writing Go language recently. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm not supposed, this is in Go. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, what I did now was how to write it in Go. You have to put the package in main. I'm so sorry about that. So I removed that package, I save, I come back here and I run my this thing again. Oh, okay. You can see now it's saying hello world. It's printing what I wanted. I'm so sorry about that. I've been writing a lot of languages, and sometimes this thing mess up in our head. You know, before I said package main in Go, you must put that package. You must put it. But in that, it is not like that. You know, just like languages, some languages might have different syntaxes, how they so. Pardon me. All right. Now, this is what you just need. All right, you create your dat file. How do you create your dat file? In your command prompt, you do, you say touch, you do touch touch, then the name of the file, hello, name it whatever you want to name it. Okay, hello underscore word dot dat. It will create the file for you. Then you go to the file, open it to notepad, then just type this thing I did here. You will print hello world. Now let's say we want to say, tell the world another thing. We want to say, let's change this our program. We say hello world, hello world, I hello world, I just started my journey in software development. Okay, now we have changed our statement. We have we have changed the command. You know, you give computer the command, you give computer instruction to do something for you. Before we said computer, print hello world for us. Now we are telling the computer, I want you to tell the world, hello world, I just started my journey in software development. So save, make sure you save. All right. Now you come back to here. Let's clear this. Just type CE clear. All right, so that all those things will go. Now you now do that again, that run hello world dot dat, and it prints it for you. It says, hello world, I just started my journey in software development. Congratulations, guys, you have written your first computer program. Okay. Now, another thing I also want to let you know, you can see how difficult this thing is. When you're using Visual Studio Code, that error that I had that made the program not to run, you would have the Visual Studio would have told you that there is an error. All right. So that is why you need an IDE. It makes things easier for you. Now, in running this, you can also, if you don't want to do that run hello world or that, you can also say DAT hello world without putting the without the run, and it will still run it for you. Okay, it will still run it for you. So I'm showing you different options to do things here, but try to stick with one. Okay, so you have written your first that file outside an IDE, outside an integrated development environment. So you have written your first that project. All right, so now, but this is basically not a full project. Okay, no, when you're working with software development, you have to create a full project, and that also provides that for you. But like I said, you might just want to test something out, and you just write a single file, a single dat file, and that will be it. But basically, you will need to create a project. All right. So how do you create a project in that? We are also going to use the command line to do this. After this, we'll now go to Visual Studio Code and then prepare our Visual Studio Code for that development. So how do you do this? You still go to your command line. Let me even close it and run it again so that you can see how to do it again. Right click in the same that tutorial folder. You click git bash here. Now I want to create a that project. What do I do? Basically, you're going to be creating a console project, okay? A console application. This application, this Git application you're seeing that I'm using to run this is a console application. So let's create a console application. Later, you can create more sophisticated projects, but for now, let's just create a simple console application. How do you do it? You type DAT, okay, create. Then you give it the name. You give it the name. Oh, sorry, my create is not correctly spelled. You give it the name of the project. So I'm going to name it. I'm going to name it Hello World. I'm going to name this project Hello World because in this project, I just want to greet the world. Hello World. Okay. And it is creating it for me. It is creating it for me. Please, you need to be connected because it is running pub get, trying to get some dependencies. Don't worry, we'll talk about that later. And it has created my project for me. But look at it. It says created project Hello World in Hello World. In order to get started, run the following commands. cd Hello World. Okay? Now, remember I told you the other time that cd means change directory. So right now, let me go back to here. Let me come back to this place. You can see this folder, this Hello World folder. It's either I open my git bash from inside this folder, or I can just come here and do just like they told me. They said I should do cd Hello World. All right. Once I do that, it will take me to the directory. You can see, look at the first directory. Look at the second one. This one that is highlighted in yellow. You can see it has changed. This last one now has /hello world. That means I am inside the project. Okay. Then if I now say that's run, it will now run the project for me. So let's run it. Let's run it. It says Hello World 42. Now, this is what the project came with a template and they wrote something. I'm going to show you what they wrote inside and we can edit it later. Okay. So you have successfully created a that project and look at it. Now, the thing is this. It will be difficult, especially as a beginner, for you. This command line thing will be difficult for you. All right. So to open a full project, running a full project in a command line without an ID will be really difficult for you. So that is why we will need to go to Visual Studio Code now. I believe you understand these things. You can create a file, you can create a folder from the command line, you can change directory, you can create a file from the command line. So, but right now, okay, let's close our command line. Let's close it. Now let's visit Visual Studio Code now, okay? Now, you have two ways to go to open this your file in Visual Studio Code. First of all, you can just click on it, don't double click. Click on it, just make sure it is highlighted like this. Once it is highlighted, you can now right click. When you right click, you'll see option here. It says open with code. If you have Visual Studio Code installed, you will see open with code. If you click on it, it will open Visual Studio Code for you. All right, it has opened this project for me in Visual Studio Code. Now, let me close this and show you another way. Okay, instead of doing this, the easiest way is just right and double click so that the folder, the directory will be opened here, and inside this directory anywhere, just right click and then you see open with code again, then you open with Visual Studio Code. Okay, all right, I think we are making progress. Please, if there's any confusion, comment, chat me on WhatsApp and I would help you. All right, so now you can see Visual Studio Code, this is the welcome page, so you can just close it. All right, now, you know, when we run, let's run, let's open a command line from here. It will be easier here. Okay, so if you want this Visual Studio Code like this, okay, first of all, we need to set up Visual Studio Code. We need to set up Visual Studio Code to start using that. So what do? Make sure you're connected. Look at this icon, okay? You can see this icon on the left panel. You can see this icon here. I am highlighting and it's telling me extensions. This icon here. Just click on it. Once you click on it, it will bring out this for you. Inside this place that the cursor is blinking, just type that. Once you type that, it will bring out, for me, all right, you can expand this thing. Look at the way I'm expanding it. Okay, you can expand it. For me, I have installed it already, okay? But if you have not installed it, you will see this install here. Okay, if you have not installed it, you will see this option of install, so you click on it. So for me, I've installed it already. Make sure you install it. Okay, let me uninstall this one. Let me uninstall this one. Let me uninstall it. Let me uninstall it and install it again so that you can see how it is. Cannot uninstall that extension. Flutter extension depends on it, okay? Because I have Flutter extension also in this Visual Studio Code, I cannot uninstall this one now. So, but look at what I'm trying to say. Once you come here, search for that. The first that you see, that language support and debugger for Visual Studio Code. It said if you click it, here, you will see this install here if you have not installed it. If you click on it, it will open here, and instead of uninstall, you will see install. Just click on install and install it for you. Okay, this will make our development easier for it. This is one of the reasons you need an IDE. So to go back to your project file, look at this top. At the top, you see Explorer. You can see my cursor. I believe you can see my cursor. Click on the Explorer. You will get back to this place. If you want to go back to the extension, click on this. If you want to go back, you click here. All right. Okay. So now, for you to open a terminal, let's open a terminal. A terminal is also a command line tool. Okay. Just click on the terminal, and you will see new terminal. Click on terminal. For some people, it will open at the bottom. But I configured my own to open at the right side. So anywhere you say it, it is the same thing. All right. So remember, we want to run this. We have created this project already, so we want to run it. You will have to do that run. That's enough. Once you have a full folder, a full project, do that run, and it is running your dat for you. Okay. Oh, right. All right. Okay. It's telling me that I have an error here. Okay. It's okay. All right. It's okay. Look at the error here. It says, because Hello World requires SDK version 3.31 version. And the version I'm having, when I created this project, that created this project with SDK, that SDK version of 3.31, but it's telling me that what I need is 3.31, and then it says it requires 3.31, but I'm trying to use that SDK version 3.33. Okay, so it said that I recently updated. Okay, so that's why it is 3.31, but that has not updated their own. So what I have to do now is to take this thing back. Instead of it's like the version I'm using is ahead of the version they used to create this project. So now this, you will see things like this when you're creating. It is not hard. All you have to do is to read the error message they are bringing. They said the current that version is 3.23 because Hello World, the project I created, requires 3.31. Okay, solving it has failed. So in that sense, you can try the following suggestions to make the pub spec resolve. All right, I am expanding so you can see. Say try using that SDK version 3.3.3. This is the suggestion they are giving me. So now, how do I do this? I will go to this. Look at this place. This pub spec.yaml file. Click on it. It will bring out. I think this is clearer now. You see, the SDK version I'm using here is 3.31, but it says I need 3.33. So all I have to do is to change it from 3.31 to 3.3.3. All right. So once you do this, save it, and then run that. Go back. Once you have saved it, go back to, okay, it is okay. Look at what it's saying. I upgraded it to 3.33, and the system says it's an error. There's an error. It said the current that version is 3.23, and I'm using 3.33, so I should make it 3.2.3. I save it. All right, it will run this for me again. Make sure you're connected. So it's trying to resolve dependencies. Don't worry, you will get to understand this thing. All right, it's even, all right, it is okay now. My code is cleared. All right, so in case you will definitely see these things. So it is not going to, it's not rocket science. All right, so open your terminal again. Open your terminal again, and that run. If you just follow exactly what I did, all right. The only thing I did was they told me, they gave me your message might be different than mine. Okay, just don't panic. Go to your pub.yaml file and update your SDK to the version they are telling you. So if I do that run again, it should run for me now. All right, you can see it here. It says hello world 42. Do you understand? Because I was using Visual Studio to run this thing, that is why I was getting that error. Remember when I ran it with the git bash, I didn't get that error. So for some reasons, that is how it is. So all you have to do is to make corrections. You will see these things. This is the reason why you'll be a good programmer, a software developer. You have to be good at solving problems, okay? So now we have created a project from the command line. We have created a single .dat file. We have run the program. We have created a console program from the command line, and we have used Visual Studio Code to open it and run it. There are several ways you can run your program here in Visual Studio Code. All right, I'm just going to make it now. You know, you would be asking, you know, the other time when we created our .dat file, we created that main function that is looking for. Remember the entry point. Every program will ask for their entry point. Now for that entry point is the main function. You know, when I created that first file, I created that main function that we now printed hello world. Now you'll be asking, where is it? How does that know this thing? You know, this whole project has a lot of configuration, but I wouldn't want to bother you with that now. But click on this bin folder, you will see this hello world .dat. click on it and open the file, you can see this. All right. Now, this is the project. Whatever the name of your project is, will be the same thing here. The name of my project is Hello World. So that is why it's Hello World. If you give if you give your project the name of Michael or Hello, or it will just give you the name .dat. Okay. So this is where this whole thing is running from. And this function is coming from somewhere, but I don't want us to be disturbed about now, because there is a lot of importing. They're importing a package now, but I don't want us to go there. So I'm just going to delete some things here. I'm going to delete some things here. I don't want you to get confused now. So let us just stick with the hello world. The same thing we did in the other side. Now you can see Visual Studio Code is telling me something. So let me just delete this thing too. All right, just delete it. Now we have a clean file. No errors, no warnings. Don't worry, we will come later to errors and warnings, and you can see all this thing. But right now, I don't want to give you too much, right? So right now, okay, if you, after saving, if you come back here, all right, and you know, look for that arrow button on your keyboard, the arrow button that goes up, okay? If you click on it, you will see the command that you have written on your command line. Okay, these are the commands. While going up, these are the commands that I've written here. So if you click the down button, the down arrow button, okay, it will bring down, it will go up and down, bring out the down. So I don't want to type again. Instead of typing again, I'm just using the arrow button. But if you cannot find the arrow button, just type that run. So if I click that run now, it's going to now do only hello world. You can see it's printing only hello world. It did not print the 42 again. So this is the same thing that we have done before. Now there are several ways. Once you have a program opened like this, look at here. You can see run. You can see debug. Okay, inside this that file. Okay, you can see. Okay, you know there is a difference here. This one is saying void main, but the one I wrote before didn't have void. It doesn't matter. We'll come back to function. This is called return types in function, but it doesn't matter. You can either put it or you remove it for now. Okay, so you can click on this run. Look at it. If I click on this run, it will run the program for me. It is opening this thing here in a different debug console. You can see hello world. So if you don't want to open a terminal, you can close this one. Okay, you can close this one and just use here. But the thing is, this is just for a single file. But if you want to run the whole project, you need a terminal. Okay. The second way to also run this program is, you can see this play button here. Click on it. Okay, if you click the play button, it has also said hello world. So these are different ways you can use to run this program. And this will be all for now. Okay, I don't want to make this video too long. All right, now I'm giving you an assignment. Okay, before that, I want to close Visual Studio Code. I want to close this project. I want to close it. Okay, and I want to go back to this main folder. You know, this is the project. This hello world is a single file we created, all right, using the command touch hello world.dat. This is the file we created, and this is the project, the full console project we created with that create hello world. All right, we created this project. Now this one that did it for us. So, but and this single file, you can still open it in Visual Studio Code. I can right click. If I right click, look at the option, it says open with code. So if I open with code, I can now open it with Visual Studio Code. I just want to give you options. Command line, Visual Studio Code. Now this is it. It is opened here. Okay, it is opened here. And although it's not giving us that that run, there is this run. Okay, maybe it's coming up. Yes. Okay, this is what I was waiting for. All right. It is coming up, but I don't know. You might not see it in your own. If you don't see it, don't bother. Okay, but if you see it, now you can click this run. You can click run here and it will run your file for you. Hello World, I just started my journey in software development. You can see we have different programs. These are different computer programs, and you gave the computer different instructions to run. Okay, I can also run this program from here, this play button. I run a play button, and here it printed it, hello world. I just started my journey in software development. So ladies and gentlemen, I will have to stop this video here so that I don't give you too much in a video. All right, so I'm going to give you an assignment. Your assignment is this. I want you to follow the same steps I have followed. Create a single file. Don't do ojoro, all right? I'm sorry for using the word ojoro. This is for the Nigerian community that understand broken. Sorry about that. Okay, if you don't. What I mean is that don't cheat. Okay, don't cheat. All right. So create a file using the command line, whether the CMD, the command prompt, or the PowerShell or the Git bash. Create the command line. Create a file. Touch then the name of the file .dat. Run it, open it with a notepad, run it, write a program, the main function, write the print, write just the way I did it. Do your own. Also create a project. Create a project using the create project. Exactly what I have done. I want you to do your own. Give it a different name. Don't use hello world again. Give it a different name. Okay. Chat me up on WhatsApp. Show me what you have done, and I will be pleased. Okay, I will be pleased because I really want you to get this thing. All right. So I'm waiting for your comments. I'm waiting for your chats. Okay, so that I can really help you. Thank you very much. And we are ending this video here. Try to subscribe, share this thing with your friends on Facebook, on WhatsApp. Let them come in. Okay, this is software development. For software developers, there is market there. All right. So remember, in the next 6 months, I guarantee you can really start applying for jobs at least as a junior developer, as a junior Flutter developer. Okay. Thank you very much, and I'll see you. Subscribe, like, share. All right, so that more content will be coming. All right. Thank you very much, and have a great day.